All right, so I'm going to apologize up front here. I'm not going to show any of the process of getting all this done. So the machine is now 100% complete and finished. So for the last part here, I'm going to show you what everything was involved with getting everything done as far as the internals go, because I tried to film from the side here this way, or from the side here this way, or through the control panel open, and there really just wasn't any angle I could get where I could show what was going on without having my big fat body in the way or my big fat bald head in the way. So I just figured, okay, I'll just show the end result and explain everything that happened and went down. So basically, I originally was going to use a K7000, but I had a U2000 on a Henrix Polo tube. I thought, well, let me try the Polo tube setup, because the Polo tubes look fantastic when they're adjusted properly. And not only did it look fantastic, but it looked way better than the K7000 as far as clarity and image and colors and everything. So we're going to go with the U2000 on this, on the Henrix Polo tube, and you'll see shortly just how awesome it looks. So I got everything installed and mounted for the monitor, and then I ran all the wiring over here for the converter, and you can see that it is wired up properly with the proper connectors and everything. It just goes right down here to the converter. And I got the wires here running up to the top for the I went ahead and installed the button here to turn the computer on and off. Now I know that you can set the computer to turn on via the BIOS when it gets a AC signal, but I couldn't figure out how to do it on this cheap little HP computer here. I couldn't figure out in the BIOS where the setting was. I'm just like, you know what, forget it. I just went ahead and put the button on here. So you press the button to turn it on, you press the button to shut it down, and it works just fine. Then it runs down this way. And I put the power strip here. It is secure, screwed down and snapped on. And I got a 2.1 speaker set up. There's the sub, and the controls are right there behind the coin doors. You open the coin door, you can adjust and turn it on and off, and volume and everything. I did not want the power supply for the computer to really be near, from the heat and everything, anywhere near the wiring, so I have it mounted here and secured with some double-sided tape. And if you look over there, there's the double-sided tape roll, and there's the box that I used for the audio. And for all of the splicing, I went ahead and used some solder zaps with the solder in the middle, and you heat shrink it down using the heat gun with the proper fitting there. So all of the splicing and dicing you can see here, I did all with the solder zaps. Like there's a couple right there. So yeah, all the wiring coming out of the PC for the 5 volts to run the converter, and the wires that run up this way to the coin door for the coin door lights. That 5 volts is coming right from the PC, and that's all I need for power on that. And you can see all the wiring is nice and laid out and secured and tied up, and everything is looking pretty good. So the speakers, though, the MK1 uses a single woofer for the mids and lows, and then a tweeter for the mids and highs. And the way they filter out the lows is through a capacitor. So factory wires just have 2 wires that feed the woofer and the tweeter. So I had to add a second set of wires here for the left channel and the right channel, and they just run up here along with the factory speaker wires. And they run up here to the speaker. I'll have this loose here so we can do a visual. So the left channel runs to the main woofer. I disconnected the wires, and I ended up splicing in the wires coming from the 2.1 system. I don't know if we can see. I'll have to set this down, and let's just grab it here. There you go. So there's the capacitor from the factory wiring harness that filters the lows. And I just spliced the wires in. Where are my splices? Here you go. So there's some more of those heat shrink solder zaps, and spliced them in and run to the tweeter here. So this will be the right channel with the lows filtered out, so we don't got to worry about blowing it out. And this will be the left channel here for this one. So it works out pretty well, left channel, right channel. And basically, I mean, that's about it. Yeah, all nice and secure. And this did take me quite a while to get everything spliced in for the wires that run up to the top for the power button, and the 5 volts and the ground, and a bunch of other stuff, and getting everything tied up and organized and secured and all that jazz. So the power strip here I wanted for just a little bit of extra protection for the PC. and it runs through, and I kind of tied it all up here, but it splices in with the original connector that fed the power supply, the original arcade power supply. I just cut that off of there and spliced it in with these wires here for the power strip, so it has a little bit of extra security, and you don't got to worry about any, if it voltage spikes or something, this will trip and you don't have to worry about frying the computer or something, well within reason. And the subwoofer here is actually secured down with a screw there and a screw there. It's not going to go anywhere. The PC is secured down. I put a couple of screws through the bottom of the metal case into this piece, and then I put a piece of wood here to act as a spacer so this didn't tilt over, and I put the wood and screwed it into the side, and I took the motherboard out, screwed the case into this piece, and then put the motherboard back in, so now that's secure, not going anywhere. And there's a little bit of vibration absorption through this block here, so it's not sitting directly on the ground, so if it gets slammed down on the ground when it's being moved, there's a little bit of extra protection by being on this piece as opposed to down here where this old board used to slide out from the front. So that's good. So all we really have to do now is, actually, let me talk about this. So this thing is basically plug and play right out of the box. Now, it has no onboard memory, so if you turn this on, make some adjustments on it, and power cycle it, it won't remember anything. So just right out of the box, hook it up, and don't make any changes to the adjustments because it won't remember them. Take it out of the wrapping, give it 5 volts, power it up, and adjust all your settings through your actual monitor. So this actually converts the VGA from the PC to a CGA 15 kilohertz connection or resolution signal for a standard arcade monitor. So that all being said, let's show the control panel here. So what I did with this was I'm using the iPack. So the connector here comes off and runs directly, it's down through this way, via USB. It plugs right into the computer, and that's all you have to do. So you hook this up right there. I have this all secured, so if it does get yanked, it won't break the connection here on the iPack. And you can see all the wiring nice and routed and tied up and looking pretty professional. So I don't like these 8-way sticks. I may change these out for the IL sticks or some HAPs. These are just generic 8-way sticks that I got from Twisted Quarter. And they work, but they're not as sensitive as the standard HAPs or the ILs. So it'll be fine for now, but in the future I'll probably change these bases out to something a bit better. In hindsight, I just went on Twisted Quarter and found 8-way sticks and bought them when they arrived. I'm like, oh crap, these aren't the right kind. But they work, and they'll work for what we need to do to test and play the game, but I think in the future I'll change these out to the proper ones. In case you saw that, I'm like, what the hell's going on with that? But anyway, so yeah, that's the control panel. I need to take it off, turn it around, plug it in, get this back on, and then we'll turn it on and do a little gameplay, and we will call this done. So it's just really awesome how well this thing turned out, but there's going to be too much light here from the sun. So let me get this all back together, get the garage door down, get it back over here with the garage door down, and then we can put some light on it, set the tripod up, and let's go through and play some Tattoo Assassins. And I forgot to show the Marquee. So the original Marquee assembly was broken, so I just took it and folded it up like this, and then double-sided taped this light fixture in to this thing, and it's nice and secure. It's not going to go anywhere. And wait till you see it lit up. It looks fantastic. So, all right. So we got that all done. Everything, a little walkthrough of the condition of the final product. So let's get the garage door down, get it backed up against the garage with the garage door down, and fire it up, and let's play some Tattoo Assassins. Okay, so we are all cleaned up, all back together. I got everything final cleaned and wiped down, and yep. So we are ready to, I forgot to mention that the coin door lights, did I forget? Oh no, I'm sorry, the locks. I forgot to mention that I got the locks installed as well, so that was kind of the last step after getting all the internals done. I had to put new locks in there. So of course the coin door lights also are now wired up and ready to go. And really just, I cannot believe the end product of this is just so phenomenal. I kind of say that on all these videos that I do of these restorations or conversions or repairs or cleanups, refurbishments, whatever you want to refer to them as, but just really blown away by this one. First one of these ever reproduced, so to speak. And again, many thanks again to Jeff over at XL Arcade and Rob from the Game Terminal. Just could not do this without those guys, and It's really, really appreciated the effort that it took to get that done. So again, the bezel that I made, you know, the text is kind of small, but it is readable. So you have to get pretty close to it to read it, but you can read it. And then there's this giant gap here because on the dedicated Tattoo Assassins, this bar for the monitor, the glass retainer bracket is actually like all the way up to here. It's like this tall. And then they have I'll see if I can insert a picture here of it. So yeah, this whole size here is that coin holder with the Tattoo Assassins thing. I'd like to be able to reproduce that, and in case in the future, if it ever does, or if it ever is able to be reproduced, I left this gap here because we have to be able to put that there. So anyway, yeah, now let's go ahead and turn it on. So again, just like everything else that I've done like this, we just flip the power switch. That turns on the monitor, the Marquee, and energizes everything inside the cabinet. Then all we have to do is hit this button, blink, and the computer turns on. Now let me see if I can kill this overhead light here. I just closed the garage door. And it's high up here, so I'm straining, and okay, there we go. All right. So we're at 640 by 480. That's why it looks like off center, but once the actual splash screen here goes away, there you go. So, I mean, look how clear this is. This is running, let me turn this light off. This is running through that VGA to CGA converter, and it's just, I mean, you can read everything. It's just, I've never seen a clearer picture. It's much clearer in person. The camera doesn't do it justice, but it's just amazing how well this works. I mean, you can clearly read all this stuff at 640 by 480 through a converter from VGA to CGA. And we're running Maximus Arcade. So you flip the button, it turns everything on, and you just wait, and eventually it'll boot right to the game. Now I know there's other options here, and you can avoid the Windows splash screen all completely, and it's just, it's above my ability, and I don't really worry about it because the end result's the same. Once it boots up, you just press the button and it goes right into the game. So I don't really care about any of that. So yeah, once it boots up, you flip the switch, hit the button. Once it gets to the screen, you just simply press the button and it boots right to Tattoo Assassins. And yep, we know there's an error, left, right. I mean, it looks like a real PCB. It's amazing. Really just awesome. Let me turn this light out up here. And we can get an idea of what this looks like. So here's the Marquee. Again, phenomenal. Monitor. The camera, it looks pink. In my viewfinder, this looks pink, but it's actually red in person. I don't know why it looks like that, but I mean, I'm just blown away. This looks so good. I just don't understand how it could be this good. We can hit the start button. So you can press start to change the color. So I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand here, so let me actually get the tripod set up, and let's play a little. All right, here we go. First gameplay.
Round one, fight! I thought you could fight. Eat blade.
One. Begin.
Let's see, down forward body punch. There we go. Let's do, where's the DeLorean at? Let's do... let's do defense, tattoo.
Carla win. Round one. Fight.
Oh, what? Good lord! Huh.
Round three. Make none. You can't.
Eat blade.
One. Fight. Carla win. Round two. Kill.
Okay, so I can't jump. Got it. Okay. Oh, what the heck?
Eat blade.
Round one. Begin.
Find the damn. There it is. Body kick, face kick, defense.
Win.
Get up.
Round 2. Begin.
Body kick, face kick, defense.
Nearly done. Round 1. Kill. Win. Round 2. Fight. Win.
I ran out of tattoo strength.
I thought you could fight.
Round 1. Fight. Oh. Oh. Win. Round 2. Fight. I thought you could fight. Carla.
Oh, I can't do that. I was trying to do the fart fatality, but you can't do it against that guy, so.
Eat blade.
Round 1. Begin.
Back 4 times face kick.
Get up and fight.
Oh, come on.
Round 2. Kill. Win. Round 3. Do or die.
Back 4 times face kick.
Kill. Win.
I guess I'm not doing that right. I don't know what that noise was. No idea what that noise was.
I thought you could fight. Eat blade.
Round 1. Fight. Oh. Win.
Hitbox for the win.
2 points. Win.
Perfection.
Not.
I thought you could fight. Eat blade.
Round 1. Kill. Win. Round 2. Begin. Win.
Well, how about that? Carlos saves the world. Well, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Fantastic turnout. Really appreciate it. And stay tuned for the WWF WrestleMania restoration or conversion. So that'll be another fun one, too. So thanks very much.
It's killer time! My mama could kick your butt.
I'll show you some skin.
Coward!
You're weak. Eat blade. You're pathetic.
Have some respect for the dead.
I thought you could fight.
You can see me standing here high, just watching. All right, there we go.